Welcome back to the Battle of the Best Position tournament. We're here in day 2. We're gonna find ourselves a winner. Now, if you haven't seen the beginning of this tournament, there's a link in the description, and spoilers are gonna be happening in 3, 2, 1, boom! Here is a look at the bracket with just 3 games to go. We have defensive backs going up against defensive line. Both of these teams barely escaping in the first round. Speaking of barely escaping, the quarterbacks made it on as well, beating the linebackers in round 1. They will be taking on the wide receivers, who arguably looked the best out of all 8 teams in this tournament. So let's head back over to the left side of the bracket, where the defensive backs will be taking on the defensive line. The DBs, a huge tournament favorite. They will be led by running back Derek Stingley. They also saw some great production out of Trayvon Diggs at wide receiver, and of course the game winner, Travis Hunter, came up huge at the end for him. The defensive line, maybe a little bit lucky to be here, nearly dropping their first game to the offensive lineman. It would have been their first win in tournament history. Their key players, Byron Young at running back, had himself a heck of a game. Look out for him, 92 speed. Besides him, Jared Verse stepped up as a wide receiver #1 and did well for his team. Interestingly enough, the Browns, the defensive line, have a higher overall at 59 than the tournament favorite defensive backs at a 56. And just like that, we were ready for round number 2, where both of these teams headed to the field and got ready for the opening kickoff. It is now time for the opening kickoff. There was a substitution made for the defensive line. Lynch, now their guy at kicker and kickoff specialist, Jalen Carter, moved to punter. And here we go with Cooper DeJean. And of course, that defensive line, a big issue from game number 1. DeJean backed up early, hoping to avoid a 3-and-out to start the game. It's a screen pass. Stingley, the ball barely gets back to where they started, and the defensive line doing what everybody expected them to do in game 1. Thought it'd be a punt from the Denver Broncos, nearly blocked, but he got some decent power. Hold on, we might have running into the kicker, or even worse, that could be roughing. Oh, what a huge mistake by Matabuke, extending the Broncos drive and getting them a second chance. What a terrible penalty that is. Nick Bosa off the edge, X Factor on, instead 69 gets through. The defensive line balling out right now. They appear as though they can't be stopped. More pressure on DeJean, throws the ball away just barely. It's clearly tough enough for them to block one X Factor. With another Myles Garrett sack, he could get lit up too. It's appearing as though these DBs can't move the ball anywhere. Barely 3 minutes into this game and a second punt already from the Broncos. Young, deep to return. Their speedster gets out to the 35. And here we go with 27-year-old Dominique Robinson. I'm still waiting to see a throw downfield from one of these guys. We're going to get it here, and it's in the bucket. Past midfield are the Browns. We mentioned him once before. Jared Verse stepping up again with the big one. Right now, this game is all defensive line trying to outpower with the run not happening. 3 receivers up top, a tight end down below, running back on the route. And we're going to get a ball, and it's picked off by the DBs. Captain Patrick Surtain comes down with one and stops the momentous roll of the defensive lineman. No surprise here. It's been all defense, both sides, this whole game. More pressure, finally a completion. Dexter Lawrence got in the mix with that last big tackle. Here's a first pass downfield, batted, and great defense deep again. It seems as if there's no cornerback or safety that can get open versus these guys. Rather surprising. A kick return from Young, already past midfield, and that's why they have him here. What a threat. Robinson, a chance to redeem himself after a costly interception. Patrick Surtain, X Factor. He's going to be blitzed. It's a run, the first one we've seen work yet. Now the 35, Young, out on a route. Robinson, a lot of time to throw. He's going to toss it downfield, a wide open receiver. It's Verse again. That right there just shows the chemistry that these two guys have together. And now for the most difficult part, to punching in the red zone. Robinson gonna scramble, get sacked. Can Cleveland hold on? They need to do it 2 more times. Reddick though gets in for the score. We have our first one of the game. Again, a big coaching move and substitution at kicker. Lynch is in for the extra point. They struggled mightily with kicks against the offensive linemen, and it clearly seems like this decision is going to be big for him. Travis Hunter with the ball. He's going the 40, the 50, Out to the other 40. Tackled by the kicker. What a way to clap back, just showing his value to his team. We're going to have a deep ball. At the sideline, what coverage there? Aiden Hutchinson with the coverage on that last one. Him accompanied by Highsmith at safety. They'll be forced to punt yet again from their own 39. This, to me, showing how important having great blocking was and what gave the offensive line a true chance in round number 1. Pay attention to the clock here as it's ticking down and how each of these teams use their timeouts. A wobbler outside. It's a head tap. There's no way. The catch ended up being good, but their drive stopped thanks to Derwin James, who continued to do it as a defensive tackle. After that was a stalemate between both of these offenses, bringing us to halftime with a 7-0 defensive line lead over the cornerbacks. Hello, everybody. Different YoBoy Pizza here. I just want to say real quick, today's video is sponsored by SeatGeek. It's my favorite ticketing app whatsoever, and it is the only way that I go to any sort of event, whether it's a sporting event like a football game, hockey game, basketball game, baseball game, or a concert or anything else fun like that. And there's a reason for that. They aggregate tickets from all over the web and put it right there on their site, so you know the best deals are going to be right there. It's going to save you time and it's going to save you money. And their seating chart is amazing. Take a look at it. They label seats in green if you're getting a good deal, or red if it's a deal you should probably stay away from. And on top of that, the best part about it all, everybody that uses the link in the description and code YoBoy Pizza 10 is going to get 10% off their next ticket purchase. And yes, you can still take advantage of this if you're a returning customer. There's a reason why thousands of you guys have used the promo code. And thank you so much to SeatGeek for just being an incredible app that I use all the time. Now let's get back into the action. The kickoff has been off, and the defensive line getting the ball yet again. As far as the D-line goes, keep it short, put it in Young's hands, and trust in this defensive line that they could do what they did the first half. Watch out for Derwin James and Kyle Hamilton. They might be coming in hot. They're just rushing for Robinson. All day to throw. There's the sack we were talking about. DeJean at QB has had nowhere to go all day. He's going to test one deep, and test one he does. It's Stingley, their running back. He does it. He got it. He had it. That's exactly what we were talking about as their key for this second half, and they executed it perfectly. Oh boy, here we go again. We got ourselves a tie game. Coach Stefanski needs to step it up for this offense and help his quarterback out. On a 3rd and 8, it's another blitz. Picked up very well, but stuffed. The D-line have to punt now, and they're going to be in jeopardy for giving up this lead for the first time this game. Jalen Carter, the kick. It's a short one past midfield, though. He's going to get a bounce. A very nice bounce, but still. I tell you what, Myles Garrett's having one heck of a game. DeJean, though, staying composed for the first. And just like that, we're in the 4th quarter with a tie ball game. Laser from DeJean. Digs on that last one. Quick screen to 87. What's the play call here on 3rd down and 11? Maybe even setting yourself up for 4th wouldn't be a bad idea. What evasiveness in the pocket, but he ran the wrong way. There's TJ Watt, big tackle. And Justin Reed at kicker. He boots it with ease. 3-point lead for the DBs. That's just something that no other team is able to do from that distance. With this clock ticking down, despite the fact you have 3 timeouts, if it's 4th and manageable on any of these downs, I'm going for it. Screen pass. Perfect time for it. There's Young. 92 speed and all. He picks up a big one. Browns fans taking a look down at the clock past the 2-minute warning. Click slant. It's a fumble. Picked up by Captain Surtain, their player of the game, no doubt.
You're never gonna catch me.
And he can go all the way for the touchdown, and that might just be game. Near field goal range, and their team captain did it again. An extra field goal by the Broncos, 20-7, your final score. An ongoing trend. Defensive line just seeming like they struggle second half, despite playing great first halves in both games. The tournament favorite has officially moved on to the championship round, where they will play next game's winner between the quarterbacks and wide receivers. Let's take another quick look at your Buffalo Bills, led by quarterback Josh Allen, an absolute gunslinger, and who can ever forget what he and Marcus Mariota did in game number 1 versus the linebackers. Also, on defense, special note for Joe Burrow. He can lay the boom, and we saw it multiple times in game number 1. On the other side, Cincinnati Bengals wide receiver Jamar Chase, a target machine. He and Terrio McMillan found each other on 9 different occasions in their first game. Expect a whole lot more of that here today. On defense is all about the wide receiver secondary. At cornerback, Brandon Ayuk and Terry McLaurin, maybe their best defensive player. 96 speed, 54 overall at strong safety. A 49 overall receiver team will be taking on a 41 overall quarterback team. Let the games begin. This will decide the championship. And the opening kickoff is off. Game number 2 in round number 2 underway. The X Factor on the return goes nowhere. And Josh Allen to the field for the second time this tournament. The throw power and awareness that he has is a true leadership mentality. Although he went backward far. And it's Brandon Ayuk who has been a marvelous addition to this defense. And just when it seemed like the Bills were destined for a 3-and-out, Josh Allen and Jalen Hurts did something incredible. There's no way. There's no way that they just got that. 43 yards to Jalen Hurts. And check it out. The X Factor's on for J.A. They are going to run this one, though. Lamar Jackson. He truly has been somewhat of a non-factor in the tournament thus far. There's Allen again. Not scared of getting tackled. Let's see if this play pays off. With the screen pass to Lamar Jackson. A dangerous threat, and you're seeing here why. It seems like every time that he touches the ball, he makes at least one person miss it. There we go again. Big run, and in. It's a touchdown. Anthony Richardson, backup running back, does it for the squad. Oh no, they're saying he's down at the 1. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised here that they're not challenging this. The pitch outside. Lamar Jackson walks it in. He gets the stats. Danny Dimes, your extra point man, gets it through. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Receivers back at it. McMillan, he's going to run. Been a great threat doing that. Oh, boy, they didn't call him down right away, even though he gave himself up. I think we're all still wondering, where the heck is Jamar Chase been, or even Justin Jefferson? These quarterbacks have done such a great job locking down these receivers. Who would have ever thought that a 36 overall Kyler Murray and 34 overall Jaden Daniels can lock up the league's top wide receivers? That's a catch to Amon-Ra. See if he does anything here. It's out in his direction, and it's a wide open Jay Jettas. The Bills linebacker core, Geno, Stroud, and Love. And they would love seeing something crazy happen here. It's a trick play, nearly picked off and taken the other direction. What a read there. Patrick Mahomes nearly taking it. Instead, St. Brown getting them to a 3rd down and 11 where Joe Burrow would be tested deep and batted the ball down. Oh, what a far field goal from the 29. The kick up and good. Odell Beckham Jr., don't forget about him. He can boot the ball. After the field goal, the Bengals defense stepped up great, forcing a 3-and-out. Great coverage by them, and they're getting the ball before half. The question, can they go 87 yards with their 3 timeouts? Let's see what Coach Zach Taylor draws up for him here. They're trying a lot of slants. That's what worked from before, and maybe it'll continue to work now. They're hoping the short plays can get McMillan in rhythm, and here we go. Cincinnati still has a long way to go, though. That for a 1st down. Oh, Jamar's feet were in. The Bills playing a little soft defense right now, and it is not working for them. No timeouts used. 30 seconds. McMillan throwing on the run and finds an open Jamar Chase. There he is. 3 catches on the drive and the touchdown we all expected. It's appearing as if, though, these Bengals are going into halftime with the lead after all of this. All right, if you're these Buffalo Bills and you want to get this comeback, 2 notes for you. Number 1, where has Marcus Mariota been? He was a dog in game number 1. You haven't even looked his way one time yet this game. Number 2, on the defensive side, you got to get a little risky and stop allowing these quick slants to Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase. And here we go again, quickly across the middle. The Bengals' key to victory, do what you do best. And it's to throw the football. You have a rookie quarterback. You're just looking to keep him in rhythm and make him feel comfortable. Justin Jefferson, 5 receptions, 70 yards on the day. McMillan, again across the middle, hits A.J. Brown, their tight end. And this here, if you're the wide receivers, I like this. This package, been incredibly hard to cover. What'd I tell you right there? I almost seen it coming. This man's having a monstrous game, by the way. This game seems like it could be getting away for these quarterbacks. They gotta score, and they gotta score here. Again, it's not like they haven't had chances. The opportunities have been there. The box is stacked here for this Bengals defense. Thought they were going to be ready for the run, but apparently not. Lambjack doing it for 12. There's still a lot of game clock yet. They can keep playing their game. Now we see a super aggressive formation, similar to what Cincinnati scored with. The open package working here, and we have another third down. Big catch again, but an injury to Matt Stafford on the offensive line. Strong form, Caleb Williams, lead blocker, does a great job there. Somehow the Bills pick up 8, and we are headed into the 4th. They could really use a touchdown. Not having to settle for a field goal, big for them. The TD goes to Jalen Hurts, their most consistent receiver this game. Now they got to make sure they don't give up a big kick return. Always a threat, and that's exactly what they just did to Tyreek Hill. A touchdown would all but nearly end it for these wide receivers. The Bills looking to have them hold off for nothing worse than a field goal. Let's see if Patrick Mahomes or J.J. McCarthy can get in. Not quite, and a first down to Brown, and much more to gain after that. Not in, though. Down at the 1, McMillan. Up to 230 yards on the day. And I got to tell you, just being honest, good luck holding them out here. Hold on, though. Hold on. All right, look out for a flat. Out of shotgun, outside zone. Tyreek Hill can't hit the edge again. Dak Prescott and Joe Burrow on the last 2 tackles to save this game for the Bills. Now, quarterback sneak is good. McMillan does it. Probably should have done it from the beginning. Quarterbacks, it's time to panic. This has been such an offensive battle, an exciting one at that. Back shoulder throw there to Hurts. It's very dangerous to pick on Mike Evans, but they just did it with success. If they can score here and save their timeouts, I'm not going to roll them out of this game. But they're really going to have to rely on their defense, I tell you what. Looking like man coverage, potentially. Josh Allen all day to throw. Steps up in the pocket, finds a man. Look out for Trevor Lawrence here. Instead, he's going to drop back and block. Josh Allen doing what he does great. It's a rushing touchdown right back at McMillan. He says, whatever you can do, I can do better. Back to a 3-point game. Here we go. Could the upset prevail? Oh, we've seen the Bengals in this same exact scenario in their first game. They decided to throw the ball instead of keeping it on the ground. But their run game is just stale. Haven't been able to do it, but that's a good start. Timeout 1 from Buffalo down, and it's already 2nd down and 1. If you're the Bills, you'd love to see a pass. They're going to go draw. And straight through is Dak Prescott. A big one. I'm going to call Monroe St. Brown. Slant, first down, in game. Let's see if we got it called up. There's the pass. There's the throw. It's not a slant, but they hit Jay Jettas, who continues the tear and practically ends the game here. 31-21, your final score. McMillan, a perfect passer rating with 3 touchdowns, no picks. And look at the game from Jefferson. Incredible. Defensively, there really wasn't much defense for either of these teams. But let's go to the bracket now, where the defensive backs will be taking on the wide receivers in the championship. Let me know who you guys got, because the game is about to go down now. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Up first to the field, your defensive backs. The Denver Broncos coming out to the field. On the other side, your Cincinnati Bengals. Led by the league's top wide receivers. We got receivers. We got DBs. Super Bowl game going down now. Justin Reed, the opening kickoff. Who the heck do you guys have in this one? The receivers, in my opinion, been a little bit more impressive, but the Broncos might just be their kryptonite because they have guys that can cover their wide receivers. Let's allow things to play out here. McMillan, play 1, short pass to Chase. A broken tackle already. We're starting off with sparks. Tyreek Hill, Tyreek Hill, Tyreek Hill. Oh, what a run right there to get some yards. Don't forget Tyreek, a 99 overall running back. Madden thinks he'd be up with the best of them, and it's seeming so far as if these cornerbacks and safeties don't have an answer. Hill again. A picture-perfect drive thus far, but be careful. We've seen number 2 take one back to the house from this range. A.J. Brown in motion, their tight end. Half the first quarter nearly gone already. They hit him on the angle route. The Bengals up to 3 first downs already. This drive with a chance to get one more. McMillan on the option goes nowhere. Look at the defenders on the defensive line. Quarterback spy. McMillan fade pass to no one, and that will be a field goal. What seemed to be a near perfect drive is going to end in an Odell 3. Cooper DeJean under center. Stingley in the backfield. A stretch run left, good block for him, and that's 15, 20, 23 yards on his first run. Jordan Addison at left edge gets double teamed. outside to the running back once again, and he busts a move to get 9 more. Now the Cincinnati Bengals defense has been a struggle, but not here. Ayuk yet again. We're looking at the last play of the first quarter. Action packed so far. Underneath 81, running for the first. That there Tariq Woolen, who has been pretty quiet. Oh, what a hit by Terry McLaurin. What's DeJean gonna do here? Great blocking. Deep pass. Wide open is 88. None other than Travis Hunter. I tell you what, we're really seeing their stars shine right now. The players who have made impacts in their previous 2 games are all stepping up right now. But they are persistent with the run game. And Darius Slay, the veteran, gets them in for a score in their first lead in this matchup. We've seen a nice incorporation at Tyreek Hill. He'll get another one, but goes down. Second down, 8 to go. Empty backfield. McMillan to Hill. Justin Jefferson covered by Surtain. They're going to go bottom of your screen here. Not much to give. We're set up with a 3rd down and 5. 2 linebackers with a quarterback spy. Hit while we threw. That'll be a punt forced by your Denver Broncos. Wow. Stacked on the right side. Eaten up, but not brought down. This offense has been heavily Derek Stingley. And these DBs are going to need to find somebody else open, but for now, the running back putting the team on their back. The X Factor gets them to the 35. Dangerous in the open field. Nearly picked. You don't see that happen ever, especially from a team of wide receivers. He would have been gone and still running. That changes this game up entirely. Ayuk has been so great, but we're going to remember that drop if they so happen to drop this game. Putting this offense to a halt will help them forget about that drop pick a little bit here. Wide open, and Miss Cooper had a touchdown and sailed it. They're saying the kick's too far for Justin Reed. I'm surprised they didn't try it. A punt coming your way. A rather good one inside the 10. After the great punt, Tyreek Hill padded his stats quite a bit more, but there was no score from this Bengals offense. Bring us in 7-3 at halftime with a Denver Broncos lead. It's a low-scoring one, but we got ourselves a game. These running backs, the stars of the show so far, and that's going to be my key to victory for both of these guys. Shut down Stingley, shut down Hill, make them throw to other players, because right now both of these guys cannot and will not be stopped. You got to change their mentality on that one. Remember, I know I brought it up a few times. The Broncos, a big-time favorite to win this tournament at plus 165. The Bengals, on the other hand, coming in at minus 600. Let me know if one of these 2 teams is one that you have picked or been rooting for since the beginning. The throw on the run, and that's picked off the tip. You cannot make this stuff up, ladies and gentlemen. None other than Brandon Ayuk getting his redemption. Does he move in as their MVP for this entire tournament? I think he might have to. Unbelievable what he's doing out here. A.J. Brown being covered by Minkah Fitzpatrick. He's been quite quiet this game. It's an out route and a head tap. Wow. We just witnessed 2 of the best players go at it at their position, and Jefferson came out on top. Oh, what a smack. Hamilton getting these Broncos excited. They sent Surtain on the blitz. Bad idea. Touchdown. The lead changes for the 3rd time. None other than Justin Jefferson. That leaves a glaring question. How will DeJean in this offense clap back? How about more of Stingley? They still haven't found out a way to stop him. It's going to take them a lot more holding on and stepping up, making plays right through the open zones. The linebackers just not there. Bunch now. We're going to have a throw here from DeJean. Finds his man. I tell you what, I continue to keep going at this defensive line. They're not going to do it, though. It doesn't get any easier than that. Trayvon Diggs finally finds his way into this game. Our 4th lead change now. What a Super Bowl game that we have. The Bengals starting their drive out on the 30. Play action, fake, hit their tight end, A.J. Brown. What these DBs need to do is either get McKinney or Minkah on Tyreek Hill. It's tough, though, because I'm not sure that they can afford to double team anyone right now. We're going into the 4th quarter, 4-point game, but the Bengals are moving. This train's rolling. Hey, do me a favor real quick. Drop a like if you're enjoying the tournament. This Super Bowl game's setting up to be one to remember. Also, if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that red button. Don't forget, we're giving away an autographed jersey every single week on the channel. Once again, congratulations to this week's winner. That could be you. This is a big one. We got Sauce on Chase. Surtain on Jefferson. And this third down is going. Way to hold on. No. Broken. Amon-Ra couldn't hold on. If you're the wide receivers, you need a great punt here. And you need to place them, once again, almost inside the 10. But how is this defense going to respond whenever they're backed up against a wall? Screen pass. And none other than their MVP, who's still running. Broken tackle. Play of the game so far. Stingley's stat line has got to be incredible. And Surtain loves it. Oh, boy, does he ever. Keep him off the field. Now the wide receivers have to make sure that they can hold the Broncos to a field goal. Worst case scenario. But it's not looking like that might happen either. Jabril Peppers. Goal line offense, no opportunity for a first down. And the Bengals using their timeouts. I tell you what, I'd love to see a field goal here, but it might be too much to ask. Okay, hold on. It's a read option. Clotheslined. Timeout 2 gone for the wide receivers. McConkey, Abuka, Hopkins on the line. Some pressure here might be necessary. DeJean's been having a lot of time in the pocket, and it's a blitz right away. Jordan Addison saving the day. A field goal is up, and a 7-point game separates both teams. McMillan's got to find his open men. They're going to be starting from the 30. This is as high of a pressure situation as you can get a rookie quarterback in the Super Bowl. It's okay to call shorter plays. You still have a timeout in your pocket. Just continue to make it as easy on your quarterback as possible. McMillan wants to go deep. That was great coverage, but Surtain couldn't get anything. Chase on a streak. McMillan wants to dump it down. It's been a while since we heard Hill's name. Their timeout gets used. There is an injury. Hill's gonna be out, and he might not see the field the rest of the game. That's huge because they had to use up their last timeout considering this game is under 2 minutes in the fourth quarter. Just an untimely injury, but the receivers are gonna have to play through. Now we gotta think about throwing the ball a little bit more deep. We're going to go outside. It's 4th down. This all happened so fast. Zach Taylor, what are you going to draw up? The Bengals coming out in single back. They decide to hand the ball off to their backup, and he picks up big yards. But here's the problem. The clock's ticking down. They need to get to the line quick. This might be our last play, ladies and gentlemen. McMillan needs to hit the end zone here. 2 seconds. 1 and 0. Derwin James ends the game. Your defensive backs win the Super Bowl as favorites. What a devastating end for the Bengals. And we can officially crown the DBs yet again as the best position in football. Ladies and gents, if you've enjoyed the tournament, just hit the subscribe button, hit a like, let me know what you think, and drop your player of the game. It's probably going to be Stingley, but I don't know. McDuffie, 9 tackles. What a tank. I'm going to end things here. With that said, you're the best. God bless. Don't forget to keep them first. I'm your boy. I'm out. Peace!